G'day guys, how you going? It's Iski here. Welcome to my YouTube video. And this isn't a very exciting video. It's quite boring actually, but I'm going to do it nonetheless. You might have remembered just recently I released a video where I fixed a Bosch condenser dryer. And yeah, basically what it needed was a heater. It needed a new heater. So what I ended up doing was pulling the heater off this machine. This is a Bosch normal dryer. It's not a condenser dryer, it's a normal dryer. But what I worked out is that this normal dryer is basically the same as the condenser dryer as far as the way it's put together, the way you pull it apart, the way the bowl's mounted, etc. And I'm pretty sure the motor and all of that kind of stuff will be the same as well. So the thing is, I've actually already made this video. If you cast your mind back to that video, I actually had a condenser dryer, a Bosch condenser dryer that I found. It was actually in the yard. I had it out in the yard. Now I've actually made this video and I pulled that dryer apart, but the thing is, I actually forgot to record part of it, so I can't use any of that footage. So what I thought I'd do is basically do, just kind of pull this dryer apart, the normal dryer, and if it's exactly the same, if it's virtually the same as that condenser dryer, then that's a good thing. Now, I don't plan on actually adding the Bosch normal dryer to my repertoire of fixing stuff, but the condenser dryer, yes, I'll do that because I'm actually getting pretty good at fixing condenser dryers. I've fixed quite a few. I've fixed an LG and a Fisher & Paykel. I've got videos of those out there if you want to check those out. And with both of those dryers, I did complete teardown, so you got to see how everything got pulled apart. But for the Bosch dryer that I fixed in the video, the last video that I released, the condenser dryer, I didn't actually pull it apart because it just needed the heater, and the heater was basically just on the back. So what I'm going to do is basically pull this apart, so I've got an idea of how to do it. Like I mentioned before, I did pull the Bosch condenser dryer apart, but I forgot to film it, so this is the next best thing. It's not going to be a kind of full-on step-by-step pulling it apart type of thing. It's probably going to be mostly time-lapsed. But if there's anything interesting, anything noteworthy, I'll let you know. Basically, I'm doing this for myself. Basically, I am doing this for myself because I know that I'll be trying to fix a Bosch condenser dryer in the future, and I'll want to know exactly how to pull the sides off and other things like that, and the motor apart and yada, yada, yada. All right, let's get into it. I'm just going to just leave you sitting there, I reckon. And I'm just going to start pulling it apart. Talk to you soon. So that's nothing. Remember, this looks exactly like a condenser dryer. See, but it's not. This is a normal dryer. And I thought this pulled out, but it doesn't because it's a normal dryer. There you go. Now, okay, so this is noteworthy. I think the way you get these side panels off these dryers, there's a screw underneath, there's screws on the back here, these ones here. But if you have a look back here, I think there's clips all the way in there. I think you have to kind of push them together and then pull this out, if I remember correctly from kind of doing the other video I made where I pulled the condenser dryer apart that I didn't film. But that is definitely worth mentioning. So let me just grab a pair of long nose pliers. Or just pliers. Let's see if this works. How did I get this off? Oh, there we go. See, this is what I was talking about, these things here. But to be honest, I don't think you have to squeeze them. I think it just pulls out. I'll try the other side. But anyway, there we go. So it's basically the same deal, isn't it? Look at this, the same deal as all the other condenser dryers. That is exactly the same as the condenser dryer, the Bosch condenser dryer. So yeah, it's pretty basic. Okay, I'm just going to pull the other side off. Now, I don't know why, this is fucking ridiculous, but these last two screws here, like the other screws that I just took out from here, here and here, they're all the same size, but these ones are smaller, and that just shits me. So I have to go and find something that fits that now, but that's probably noteworthy. Sorry for swearing before. I'm an emotional guy. Alright, so basically these screws from the top ones, they're all metal screws, whereas the ones that I was just complaining about because they're slightly smaller, remember what I said, they've got the longer thread, so they're plastic screws. So I don't know why it's so difficult to kind of get the same, you know, size in the plastic screws, but anyway, expect that. What the hell is this thing? Oh, is this for like, this must be for an external, you know, air outlet, venting pipe or something. This is interesting. So it appears that this side here doesn't just pull off like the other side does. You can see from here there are a couple of screws, one there and one at the top here, and that's actually going straight through from this bit there. So how the hell do you get to those screws, because the heads aren't on this side? This must actually come out. Let's grab this, give it a bit of a tap, see if we can just bang that out maybe. I don't know, let me just set you up here and let me have a better look. Oh, it's actually screwed on. This here is actually, there's a screw on the inside holding this. It's the dumbest design. Alright, let's see if this will work. Take that off. See, there's a clip. There's this clip here that's actually holding this on. So I think this should actually come out now. Come on. What else is holding it in? Oh, there we go. Awesome. So you have to take this off to get to, I'm assuming you can see the screws from here. Oh shit, I still can't see the screws. Well, there's a screw here. We must have to take this entire interface off, I'd say, so we can get to the screws behind. So I'd say that screw there has to come out. Oh, I can't get my thing in there, it's too short. Please fit. And it's too freaking big again. There we go. There we go. Alright, you're probably going to shriek when you see me do this. I'm just going to cut this wiring harness. Because this computer is shit. It doesn't work. Like I've said before, these Bosch dryers, I've found heaps of them. And the only reason I grabbed them is because I want a working computer. And so far, every single computer has been dead. So that's why I don't bother about the plain Bosch dryer. But I'll definitely invest a bit of time in the condenser dryer because they seem to go for a while. All right, now we can get to these screws and take this side off. Okay, while we're here, let's just take these ones off. Dump. I'm going to hold on to this front. I'm going to keep this front because I think that could come in handy. Definitely. So let's see if I can pull this off now. There we go. So that's this side. So that's the other side taken off. So I'm going to hold on to these sides. And the reason being is if I ever come across another dryer, and if it's been tossed around or pushed off the back of a ute, or if somebody's just brought it to my house to give to me and they haven't tied it down, if it's got some dents, then I have some spare sides. I'll do the same for the front of the machine and the back. I'll hold on to those. But yeah, that interface in the computer, that's junk. Alright, I'm going to hold on to this power cord. Power cords always come in handy. The amount of idiots that cut their frickin' power cord off before they give you stuff or throw stuff out. Right, we'll hold on to this. It's nice, it's easy to identify. It's got this green strain relief there, so we'll pop that with my Bosch condenser dryer parts. And get rid of this thing. Where did I put those pliers? Use these. Where are my pliers? throw that out. Alrighty, let's take the back off. Now I think I've got most of the screws off the back already, so hopefully this just lifts up. Hopefully. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to have to undo something here. What are you guys seeing? Am I still in shot? Let's move you forward. Alright, there we go. Okay, this is interesting. I haven't seen this before. Actually, it must have been on the last one that I did. Now there, it looks like... See, they don't use bearings on... They don't use bearings on these Bosches. Well, on a lot of the condenser dryers, I've noticed. This particular one here, you can see, whoops, sorry about that. There's a circlip here, so I'm going to have to pull this circlip off, and then that shaft should go straight through the hole. Let me just bring you down again. Hopefully this screwdriver is going to be... Nope. Let's get this circlip off. Oh, come on. There we go. It's not hard to get off. So hopefully this should just slide off now. There we go. Beautiful. So I will put this together. Keep that circlip with the back. Alrighty. So how the hell do we get this how do we get this drum off? Bowl, I should say. Maybe just pull this belt off. I mean, you can listen, we should actually undo this tension for the motor. Let me just bring you down. I'm not sure how much light there is up there. So we might just pull this off, but listen, if you want to just get the belt off, you just need to pull this. There we go. Well, there you go. So that tension just basically pulled itself down. Let's just lift this spring up. There we go. So there's our motor. We've got a capacitor here, which I'm assuming is still good. Let's actually hold on to that bit. Please just come off. I think this is just screwed in. Oh, how good is that? I think, yeah, it's just screwed into the plastic. There's no nut holding it on. That's awesome. I wish all dryers were like that. Okay, we'll hold on to that. So it's 7.5 microfarad capacitor for this Bosch dryer. So we'll hold on to that. Now, so we've got a spare belt. We'll definitely holding on to that because that'll fit everything. And I think I'm going to hold on to that bowl as well. I think I'm going to hold on to the bowl and the belt. So this should just lift up and pull out. There we go. Beautiful. So what's the next? What am I going to grab next? Something easy. Let's grab these wheels. They seem to be working great. They've got really big Torx bits holding them on. That's the thing I hate about Bosch stuff. Everything's Torx. Is that going to fit? That looks about right. Oh. Okay. Grab this one. Okay, we'll hold on to those for sure. Now, this is the tricky bit. This next part was the part that took me a while to work out. The first time I did this operation with the condenser dryer, the Bosch condenser dryer. the one I mentioned before that I forgot to film half of. Now I wanted to get this motor out of here. So there's a fan in here, there's a fan on the back there, and it took me a while to work this out, to be honest with you. In fact, let's kind of lift this. I can't remember how to do it. I think you just push these. I think this should just lift up. There we go. What a memory. Hey! Is there supposed to be a... There's no freaking fan in there. Isn't there supposed to be a fan there? I'll have to go back and have a look at the other one. Of course there's supposed to be a fan in there. I don't know now. That's weird. Check that out. So normally there's a fan that's in here. I can't remember. I'll have to go back and look at the footage. Hopefully I've actually got the parts for the last dryer, the Bosch condenser dryer that I pulled apart. But anyway, let's just keep plodding along. Maybe it's different because because this is just a normal dryer, because it does have a fan at the back here. So maybe this is just different because this is a normal dryer and not a condenser dryer. Let's just work with that theory. Okay, let's just take this little belt off here. Come on. Just leave that sit there. And just have to take this bracket off. What's holding this motor down? There's another couple of Torx bits there, I think. Yep. So I'll pull that off, and then I'll show you how to actually pull this motor out, because this is very interesting. Okay. There we go. So hopefully this just lifts up. So there you go. So the motor's free, but we still can't get it out. There's an earth here. I'll just disconnect this earth. There we go. And I'll just take this bit of wiring harness off. All right, there we go. So this is ready to come out. But how the hell do you get it out? Well, I'll tell you. Just so happens. Now I'm pretty sure what we have to do is this fan here. Actually, you have to unscrew the whole fan. There's no screw or bolt in there holding it on. You actually have to unscrew this, which means I think we need to hold this, otherwise that's going to keep turning. So let me just go and grab a pair of vice grips. I think that should do it. Let's see if we can just turn that. Oh, there you go. Look at that. So you actually have to undo the fan like that. I actually think that's not a bad way to do it, to be honest with you. And then this should just pull out. There we go. Let's put that back on. There we go. So yeah, this is a little bit different, isn't it, to the just tighten this. This is different to the convection dryer. It just doesn't have another fan on the front here. Okay, so we'll be holding on to this. We'll definitely hold on to that. Let's put you over here. Let's have a look here. We'll grab this as well. Now, is there anything else that we should... Now there's got to... No, I was going to say there's got to be a pump in there, but the pump is in the convection dryer. These don't have pumps. It's a normal dryer, remember? Alrighty, so how do I get this? How do I get this front piece off? I don't know. What do you think? Oh, jeez. How do we get it off? Let me just set you over here. Let me think about this. I will hold on to this filter, they come in handy. I'm pretty sure the convection dryers have the same door and the same front, so that's why I'm wanting to hold on to this. Now, how do we do this? All right. All right, there's a couple of screws. 1, 2, just there. And of course, damn it, they're the small ones. This is too big as well. Excuse me. So I think we're going to have to undo 1, 2, and this door as well, because this door will be holding on to the chassis, the inner shroud of the dryer. So pretty sure that's how we do it. There's got to be something down here as well. Well, these screws holding the door on, they're pretty chunky looking screws. Alright, where are we at? There's another screw up here by the looks of things. Now, what's going on? Now, there's something going on with this door lock mechanism where the door kill switch or whatever, I'm not sure, the door lock goes into. There's something happening here. It's kind of attached to that somehow. There we go. So you have to take this bit here off. From inside there's some tabs. I'm not going to show you, it's pretty self-explanatory. Let's see if that comes off. There we go. Take this bit here off from inside the machine. There's a couple of tabs here. Just want to release those, and then there's another screw here. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now is that going to come free? I think so. Oh, look at that. This just came off. There's another screw down here. And there's got to be another one behind here, I'd say. Need a flathead. Alright. There's another screw there. Come on. Oh, there we go. Are you guys still with me? What are you looking at? Yep, you can see. These things are really hard to get off. Like all the other condenser dryers that I've messed around with, they make it almost impossible to take these things off. Alright, so there's 2 more screws holding this front on that were behind that vent. And just pull that out, and this should be free. There we go. Hopefully that's going to come off now. Nope. Typical. There's always something. Is it? Oh, here we go. There's 2 screws underneath on the bottom edge. We'll just undo these and then it'll be free. Okay, so that should come off. Okay, there you go. So this flap here is actually attached to this bit here. So let's actually get that off. There we go. We'll hold on to this as well. We'll hold on to this. The only reason I'm holding on to this is because it's got to be identical to a condenser dryer, the Bosch condenser dryer. So there you go. All right, let's have a look at our booty. That's our booty. That's what we're going to keep. This is all our spare parts that will basically, I'm not sure about this cover, that round one. I don't know if that was actually on the condenser dryer Bosch version, but I'll hold it anyway. But all of these parts here can come in handy because they'll all be interchangeable with the condenser dryer, as well as the motor. They're all our parts, so awesome. Just have to find a spot to put those. And the rest, this thing here, all of these bits and pieces, they can go to the dump. Awesome. Okay guys, well that's it. It's not really short, but yeah, that's it. That's the teardown for a basically this machine here was a Bosch dryer. That's a normal Bosch dryer, but I pulled it down because it's exactly the same as the Bosch condenser dryer, and I just wanted to see how they were put together, and I got some cool parts. Awesome. Anyway, that's it. I'd like to say thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.